everyone, welcome to my channel and welcome to another video. So I don't really know how to start this video. Okay, first of all, let me just start by saying sorry this is a few days late. I had to completely scrap the other video that I had filmed, and it took me a few days to kind of calm down before I could refilm this. Secondly, this video, yes, is going to be full of me complaining about massive first world problems, but hair is a big thing for me, so just let me have a rant about it, okay? And yeah, so let me just go straight into it and tell you guys exactly what happened. So on Friday, I had a hair appointment booked. I was going to be getting my hair color done, and I really don't get my hair done very often at all. I get it done once a year. So before I went to the salon, I had a introduction filmed. I was giving a bit of a hair update, and then I was going to go to the salon, and then after the salon I was going to do like a bit of a reveal. And in the intro that I had filmed, I was giving lots of advice about how you can get hair color done if you are someone like me who has kind of very thin and fragile hair but does still want a bit of a lift. And the main thing that I talked about in terms of my advice was that you should be looking to get something called balayage, which is a type of, I guess, coloring technique where, as opposed to kind of more traditional highlights where you section out pretty much all your hair and do little stripes all over, what balayage does is a freehand painting technique essentially. So you take out little bits of hair very strategically, sort of looking and focusing at where the sun would naturally kind of hit your hair and lighten your hair, and it very much uses your natural hair color as a base, as a foundation, so it looks very natural. You can leave you can leave it to grow out for ages. You don't get kind of that sort of stripe that you get with other types of highlights. So that's what I had asked for when I went to the salon. Or at least that's what I thought I'd asked for. I thought I'd been pretty clear. I showed them some pictures. I had said, you know, this is what I'm looking for. I have very thin hair. Like, I want to leave as much as my natural hair as possible. And they were like, yeah, I totally get it. Okay, balayage, half head, sounds good. I was like, as soon as they said the word half head, because, you know, with traditional highlights, they either always say half head, full head, or crown, or T-section. But I was thinking like, yeah, okay, but half head of balayage, right? And they were like, yeah, it's balayage. Anyway, so I sit down in the chair and they start doing the kind of more traditional hair technique. But to be fair, they were doing it slightly differently, where they were kind of back combing and then using very thin, you know, strips. But I did still say to them, I said, like, this is balayage, right? Like, I've asked for balayage. And he goes, yeah, it's half highlights, half balayage. And, you know, when you're sitting there and, you know, you don't want to argue with a professional, you don't want to start going in and saying like, actually, I think that you'll find balayage is. So I just kind of thought, okay, well, maybe this is a different technique. It's just something I haven't heard of. I'll trust the professionals. Error. I should have just gone in and like made a big fuss there and then, because they covered my entire head with foils. I was sitting there thinking, I know exactly how this is going to look, because this is what I used to get, you know, every 2-3 months for about 6-7 years, and it has taken me about 5 years to grow that out. So I was sitting there just being like, no, let's hope that it's all going to turn out fine. Anyway, so they start pulling out the foils, and I just went into complete panic. It was so much bleach. It was like these big strips of white blue bleach, like all over my hair. Exactly what I had asked them not to do, and also what I had said in my intro to the video that you should not be getting either if you are someone like me who, you know, wants to look after their hair and keep the kind of the condition as good as possible. But anyway, so they've done that now. They've put in all these, you know, stripes of bleach absolutely everywhere, and I'm sitting there and I'm texting my friends being like, this doesn't seem right, like this, I can't believe, like, this isn't, you know, this isn't what I want at all. But in the end, I'm kind of thinking, okay, no, I know that when you put a toner in, that the bleach kind of comes out a different color, so let's just wait, let's just see what happens. So they put the toner in, and I sit down in the chair and I hate it. It's not only has, okay, so it's made the top of the hair, to be fair, it, you know, it sort of definitely watered down that bleach color, which I know that toner does. But on top of watering this down, it has just completely darkened all the lightness that I had in the ends from the balayage that I did last year. And so all that kind of lightness and also all the natural highlights that I had from the sun, which I also said to them, like, you know, I want to preserve my natural highlights as much as possible, so leave those alone. And even when they were doing it, I'd said, like, you know, please can you just leave the front, like it's fine as it is. And they said, yeah, no, we'll just do a few, it'll be natural. Again, not listening to what I was saying at all. Anyway, so they do the toner and I absolutely hate it. It's come out this very grey colour. I tell him, I really don't like this. You know, this isn't what I wanted at all. I wanted like a honey, golden blonde, like summery, and it's come out this like one very uniform mousy grey colour. He goes, okay, fine, we'll fix it with the toner. So put another toner in, and honestly, I can't really see much of a difference. I think it looks exactly the same. And I'm sitting there like wringing my hands. I'm like, and I think that they can see that I'm really unhappy about it, because he says, like, I can sense that you're still not very happy about the colour. And I said, like, yeah, I mean, I just feel like I wanted like a summery natural blonde and I wanted balayage, and I feel like that's not what I've gotten. He said, yes, it's this balayage. And I was like, it's not effing balayage. Like, I'm not a professional, but you know, he says that this is a different technique. And in my head I was like, but I feel like the technique is balayage. Like, balayage is a technique. If it's a different technique, it's not balayage. If there's any hairdressers watching this, maybe you guys can correct me, but at least that is my understanding, and that's what I thought I had asked for. Like that very specific freehand painting technique, which I hadn't gotten. I'd gotten the full head of, or half head of highlights, exactly like I really didn't want, and I've been trying to sort of grow out from for such a long time. So I was pretty pissed off about that. And at that point, I just wanted to leave. I just wanted to leave and go home and have a bit of a cry about it and look at it in the mirror. And I know that you guys are now gonna be sitting there thinking this is so dramatic, because it isn't that bad. And I do know that it, like looking at it now, and actually to be fair, like in the camera, it looks a lot nicer than it does in natural. I don't know, it kind of looks a lot warmer in the film, but in this daylight, and I've confirmed it with my friends and with Charlie, and they said like it's just made the whole hair like one, and especially around here, it looks very grey. And here, and I'll show you at the back, you guys can agree with me or not, I don't know, but either way, the point is it's not what I asked for at all. So, and the most annoying thing about it is, because I know what happens when highlights grow out, and this is how you get into like a rut when it comes to like the traditional highlights, because you keep having to go back. Because let me show you what happens. There we go. That's exactly what I didn't want. You see that stripe on my hair? I hate that. I really hate that. It looks really bad, and I'm just extremely upset about it, basically. Luckily though, I went to a different salon and they're gonna sort it out for me on Thursday. So they've told me to just keep washing my hair, and hopefully the toner will come out, so some of that lightness will come back again. And they're gonna do a bit of a root smudge, so to kind of bring down some of my natural hair into the highlight, so it'll look more blended. I think the thing is, like, yes, I am getting my money back. Luckily, I had to like have a bit of an argument with them over the phone, which I absolutely hate as well. It was just, I have to go in and get my money back, and it's just all gonna be so awkward, and I just really hate this. But it's not even about the money, it's anything like that, and it's just the fact that, you know, my hair now has a half head of bleach in it, which I really didn't want. And hopefully, I mean, at least, you know, the highlights aren't so obvious, so it's okay, and they're gonna fix it, so it's fine. But it's like, just learn from me. If you are going to get your highlights done, or you're getting colors done, I would really firstly make sure that they understand what you're asking for. Obviously it was a huge miscommunication, and although I did show pictures, and I don't know, anyway, whatever. And secondly, like I said, do go for the balayage technique, because what it does, like I said, it leaves most of your natural hair as much as possible, but it only does like very strategic lightening here and there, so you get like a lightened effect, you know, minimum dye, maximum impact is kind of the idea. So basically just not this, but Anyway, it's fine, it's not the end of the world. But anyway, so let's move on to the second part of the video, which is initially what I wanted this video to be about, which was a hair update. So you guys have been asking me for one, so I thought I'd give you guys one, since it has been about, I think, a few months, maybe 4 months, 5 months since my last one. And in terms of the condition of my hair, it has become a lot drier since I have been in Dubai. And this is actually kind of a common issue with people who move here for some reason. I remember reading about it in some forums. A lot of girls were complaining about the water had made their hair really dry and really rough, and yeah, it was just something about the water here is not good. It's even worse than the water in London, which I really didn't think was possible, but it has definitely affected my hair. It feels quite rough and it feels often quite dry. The second thing though is I have actually also switched back to a more conventional shampoo. So I've been using these two, which I just found in a supermarket next door, and it's by a brand called Hask. I mean, it's kind of a cheap one though, but it still has no sulfates, no parabens, and mostly natural ingredients. Like one is argan oil, one is coconut oil. But still my hair doesn't feel quite right. Like, I think I do just need a bit more conditioning, a few more treatments. But what I have been doing in order to kind of counteract the dryness and the sort of, I don't know if it's doing any damage, but it's definitely just doesn't feel quite right. I have been using this hair mask, which is Pump Hair Care Line Hair Growth Mask. So I did do a review on the shampoo and conditioner, which I thought, I do like the shampoo and conditioner, but for me, I couldn't quite justify the price. Whereas this one, I absolutely love. So if you are in the market for a hair mask, this is so nice. It makes your hair really soft, and it makes your roots kind of tingle a bit, and I absolutely love it. So it's the Pump Hair Care Line Growth Mask, and highly recommend that one. It also lasts for ages. So I use it in my hair once a week for at least 15 minutes, but usually much longer, like up to like 2 hours, something like that. But yeah, you can leave it in for however long you want, even overnight. And that's been really nice. But what I think I will do is, once these have run out, I want to switch on and try the Kerastase Aura Botanica range, which is, so Kerastase is quite a well-known hair care brand. A lot of professionals use it. It's from L'Oreal. And they have a new range called Aura Botanica, which is mostly natural ingredients that is specifically for dry hair. So it sounds pretty perfect for me. So that's kind of what I want to do. So in terms of the length, I'm actually really happy with the length at the moment. I think the ends look really healthy. Again, it really shows that doing regular trims really pays off. Now, whenever I get a trim, I literally trim like a tiny bit, because the ends are pretty healthy, but again, it just sort of keeps it looking very healthy. And I think what I'll do is I'll grow it out a few more centimeters, and then once it's at the length that I like it, I'm going to actually start using my Halo hair extension piece a lot more. I do just need to cut it because it's about 18 or 20 inches or something ridiculous. So that's on my to-do list, and maybe something for another video. But yeah, so I'm really happy with that. I think that, you know, once I go back and get the colour sorted at this other salon, then I will be very happy with it. And yeah, it's just kind of a shame and annoying that I've had to, you know, that what happened. But anyway, but yeah, so this is all I wanted to say. And yeah, like I said, thanks you guys. I know that it might feel like I'm just complaining about something that's like not that big a deal at all, but you know how it is. It's like when it's just like really disappointing, and you kind of, you know, thought it was going to turn out a different way. And also when it's your hair, like it does feel like a big deal. And you know, I feel like my hair has now been kind of damaged when I've been working quite hard to sort of recover from the previous damage that I did to it, and now I've just put it in all over again. Anyway, but yeah, if you guys have any questions, comments, if you have any other similar experiences or any other hair salon experiences, I'd love to hear. So please do leave a comment down below, and in the meantime, please do hit the like button, please subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you again very soon for another video. Bye.